Hello everybody and welcome back to This is Paris. I'm Alexandra Lawton and this is the programme that lets you in backstage at Paris Saint-Germain in this first episode of 2019. Let's have a look back on the brilliant first half of the season for the Ligue 1 club and its early stages of the Champions League. It's supercharged. Thomas Tuchel, his stance, his objectives, an interview with Neymar Jr. and much, much more. Stay with us.
De retour. Bonne année.
Hey mec. Bonne année.
Bonne année, bonne santé, plein de bonnes choses, surtout la santé parce que sans ça, on n'est rien. Et merci.
Bonne année, meilleurs vœux. Plein de bonnes choses.
Bonjour à tout le monde. Bonne année à tout le monde.
Salut. Bonne année, bonne santé, meilleurs vœux.
Allez, bonne année à tous. Po. Bonne année.
We find ourselves at the Urdu Training Centre. They've trained hard and are in good spirits for the first match of 2019. The match against Lower Tier Pontivy for the 64th round of the Coupe de France. Paris are four-time title holders. Before taking some well-deserved rest, the Paris players finished their first half of the season of first place Ligue 1, winning 1-0 at the Parc des Princes against Nantes. The 13th goal from Kylian Mbappe, making him the top scorer of the first matches. Best attackers, best defence, scoring an unprecedented amount of points after day 17. And the red and blues are defying statistics. Focus on these 5 first months of competition. PSG's first match saw them take on Caen, who they faced in the last match of the season, boasting 3 players that were pivotal in winning France the World Cup. Le Parc des Princes welcomed yet another Les Bleus star in Gianluigi Buffon. The Italian legend commences his Ligue 1 career donning a maillot rouge et bleu. Thomas Tuchel's men did not disappoint in the opening match of the season. Neymar Jr., Adrien Rabiot and Timothy Weah gifted their home crowd a 3-0 victory. PSG haven't lost an opener in 7 years. Kylian Mbappe made more history in the match against Guingamp a week later. Coming off the bench at half-time, the French World Cup champion scored a double and became the first player in 45 seasons of Ligue 1 to have scored a minimum of 30 goals, all under the age of 20. At the end of last summer, PSG really found their rhythm. (4-2) against Nîmes. And 4-0 against Saint-Germain, where the unbeaten Rouge et Bleu seemed unstoppable. Other memorable moments included Eric-Maxime Choupo-Moting's first Ligue 1 goal against Rennes. Fan and NBA legend Michael Jordan regaling in Paris, beating Reims. Or even Nice being walloped on home ground. The best start to any Paris Saint-Germain campaign since 1952 to 53. When Lyon came to the Parc des Princes, PSG had the chance to dethrone champions l'Olympique de Lille when breaking every record in consecutive victories in any given season. This was Paris' first major clash of the season, but they quickly took charge in the 8th minute with a magnificent Neymar penalty. A promising 1-0 at the half, but things got tasty 12 minutes into the second half. Les Rouges et Bleus made it 5-0 and set the record with 9 wins in 9 meets against Lyon. The international break didn't break Paris' concentration in their first match back against Amiens. A 5-0 thumping set them up nicely for Le Classique against Marseille. Things were not as easy for PSG when they travelled to the Stade Orange Velodrome. Only an hour of play had to pass before Mbappe, set up by Angel Di Maria, scored. The second goal came in the very last moments of the match by Julian Draxler. 2-0, Thomas Tuchel's men got their 11th victory, a record breaker in all 5 European championships. No one could touch Paris Saint-Germain in November, especially after Lille, who sat at the head of the Ligue 1 table, had to submit to a crushing defeat. And a similar fate awaited Monaco, who were dominated 4-0 at the Stade Louis II with an Edinson Cavani hat-trick. And a home game against Toulouse, a terrible welcome back for TFC's 7-month absent Dani Alves, who had to witness a 1-0 masterpiece from El Matador himself. The end of December seemed to be the time that PSG dropped their first points. A 2-2 draw against Bordeaux put an end to the series record of 14 victories in as many matches. Three days later, it was another disappointing draw against Strasbourg. But spirits were not too dampened during the festive period as an unbeaten Paris went into the break with the greatest gift of all. A total of 47 points in just 17 match days. Key player in the first part of the season with 11 goals and 5 assists, Neymar Jr. has adapted beautifully to new PSG coach Thomas Tuchel.
Eu falo com ele antes da Copa. A gente conversou umas duas vezes.
We spoke twice before the World Cup and I could immediately see
Ali eu já vi que era cara diferente.
that this was a different kind of coach who wants to lift us to a higher standard
Tratar a equipe de uma forma
when fighting for the title.
que pudesse brigar por título.
He's very fair but pushes us hard.
Não, ele é muito tranquilo.
He's always looking out for what's best for the players,
Que cobra muito.
but also for the team as a whole.
Sempre o melhor da equipe.
He's a really good guy, but also knows how to put us up by the socks when something isn't right.
Gente boa, Mas também na hora de puxar a orelha, ele puxa.
A new season, a new coach, and a new position for the Brazilian wunderkind. It's more a befitting change that allows Neymar to exercise unparalleled influence in the team.
Acho que é uma posição mais solto, né? Mais
This
livre.
new position allows me more
Ficar mais
freedom,
perto dos
and I can get
atacantes,
closer to the
né?
offensive
Mas, ao mesmo
players.
tempo, eu jogo na minha função também, que eu
But at the
sempre
same
jogava.
time, I can carry on playing the way I've always
Eu me
played.
sinto bem, me sinto à vontade, me sinto feliz.
So I feel really good about the change.
Jogador desse
For
patamar,
anyone
acho que
playing at this level,
a liberdade é válida, né? Porque
it's great to have
a
this
qualquer momento a gente pode
opportunity.
fazer um lance que pode definir a partida, ajudar
Because
nessa
at any
equipe de alguma
moment,
forma.
we can
Então,
launch a
eu
play that'll
fico
decide the match.
muito feliz por essa liberdade, mas
Great
eu
to
sei
be in this role, and I know what to do to
eu
make the
tenho
best of it.
que fazer
Do something
por
different
merecer,
so my
tenho que
team
fazer,
benefits.
algo diferente para que minha equipe possa ser vencedora. Sempre tento estar muito bem, sempre tento dar o meu melhor.
I
no
want to do the
campo para
best
que-
I can for
para que
my
possa ajudar
fellow teammates.
minha equipe de alguma forma, né? Mas eu não jogo sozinho.
But I'm not a one-man
Então,
team.
Eu preciso
I need
da
them as
ajuda dos meus
much as
companheiros,
they
como
need
eles
me.
precisam da minha ajuda, então... É difícil transmitir
It's
algo
hard to get across,
para alguém assim. Acho que se como,
to be
acho que como
good
atitude,
both defensively and offensively.
tanto na defesa quanto no ataque, que eu possa fazer.
I'm
não
not
só
just
eu,
talking about
mais
myself.
experientes que eu, como o Thiago, o Dani. Acho
Other
que
players
são
like Thiago
jogadores
and
que
Dani,
se fazem
they like to
algo que
experiment
seja
too.
bom, todo mundo vai acabar seguindo.
If it pans out well, the
Todo mundo
others
da
will
mesma
follow
forma,
suit.
Então, eu espero, né,
Me,
não
it's the same.
falar algo
I like to set a
assim,
good example for my
demonstrar
teammates on the pitch.
quem é os meus
It's what
companheiros,
counts and
as
what will
minhas
better
atitudes.
us in the end.
Então isso aqui que nos fortalece, é isso que vai fazer a gente crescer.
This is evidenced in the progress made in PSG's attacking three: Neymar Jr., Edinson Cavani and Kylian Mbappe. 34 goals, 3 in France in only 17 matches played.
A gente fica feliz de
I'm extremely
estar assim,
pleased that we get on better and better.
conhecendo
each
cada
match.
vez mais, né? E acho
This
que
is our
o
goal.
objetivo é
Everyone's
esse,
happy.
deixar todo mundo feliz de dar assistência pra todos,
Passes
faça-
decisively
todos
so that
façam
everyone
gols,
has a
né,
chance
pra
to
todo mundo
score
ficar
and that we're
contente
satisfied by the
e,
end.
claro, e vencer as
Even if it's
partidas,
the
que é o mais
most important aim
Nosso
that's to
objetivo
win.
é esse. Nosso objetivo é ser campeão sem perder.
Our
sem-
objective to be champions,
sem dar ponto
not
aos
to drop points
adversários,
to our rivals
buscar,
and to break all the records.
acho que superar qualquer recorde.
Coming up in This is Paris, we talk about the Champions League at the highest level, the best moments for Paris Saint-Germain, including a visit that the boys do every year when they go to the L'Hôpital Necker. Lastly, we take you through the year's nail-biting Coupe de France. Stay with us. In the final 8 for the Champions League, finishing first in a very challenging Group C, Paris had an intense playoff phase. And a European campaign started on a very cold Liverpool pitch, the last of the finalists.
Robertson, 1-0 Liverpool. Sturridge gets the goal. Salah, Ronaldo goes ahead of him, just dwelt on it too long. Rabiot gets back. Ronaldo penalty, is it? It is. Scores. He nearly got to it, Areola.
On s'attendait à une équipe de Liverpool.
We were expecting a dominant Liverpool team with a lot of pressure to start things off, really.
Pas mal de pression.
Di Maria, Cavani, shape for the overhead, and they've got one back. It's Meunier from the back.
And Salah's given it away again. Player's gone beyond the ball. Poor play from Salah.
He marks the edge of the box. He's in there again, and they've levelled it up with Mbappe. Van Dijk. Firmino. Oh, he's won it for Liverpool.
On venait.
Yeah, we evened the score. It was difficult. Then we gave another goal away.
En but.
Normally, we don't take that goal. It's football.
C'est le foot.
It's the Champions League. Small details make all the difference. 15 days after the initial loss at Anfield, Paris hosts the Red Star of Belgrade with one objective, really starting off their European campaign. And the Rouge et Bleu made a concert in dedication to their fans at the Parc des Princes. This was led by Neymar Jr., the Brazilian, who's in great shape. He scored 3 goals with 2 gorgeous free kicks. The Paris number 10 is the first player to have scored 2 goals in that manner in the Champions League since 2009. We are now working as a team and we're working hard together. It was a great team performance, but also great individual ones. Neymar, Kylian, Cavani, together we had a really great match. Next step, Napoli at the Parc des Princes. It's a very important match for us. I think it might be the turning point of the Champions League. Despite a good start, Paris were behind, but a nudge to goal from Lorena Insigne opened up the match. We saw a formidable team in Naples. And it's been this way for many years. A lot of movement, a lot of contact with the ball means that they're a team that can cause trouble. PSG knew what they were in for and were ready at game time. That was evidenced by a beautiful Mario Rui goal, assisted by Thomas Meunier. A moment of pause was really the calm before the storm as Dries Mertens scored a second Italian goal. But it was Angel Di Maria that decided a draw wasn't good enough as he left-footed beauty to decide the match. We've got the chance to finish on top. We've got to win the matches ahead of us to show that we're real contenders in the Champions League. In Sao Paulo, Paris knew that their destiny was in their hands. Thomas Tuchel's boys took advantage of a Juan Bernal goal just before the half. After that goal and after half-time, Naples really started to attack us. We were looking at a different match. Crunch time, and Les Rouges et Bleus fought back, notably with a Jose Callon assist. And a formidable Lorenzo Insigne goal. But it was not to be. The referee had other ideas. Yes, there was a penalty. He touches my feet, of course there's a penalty. Final score, 1-1. The capital is on the road to qualify. This isn't about revenge. This is about our season. This match is very important for us. In a hotly anticipated match at Le Parc des Princes, Paris is ready and raring to go. In the 13th minute, Juan Bernat made the home fans go wild with a goal he offered no apologies for. Then Neymar doubled their opponent's misery just 20 minutes later. But just before the half, PSG conceded their 15th penalty in the Champions League. Paris held on in the second half and they could practically taste their place in the final 8. Big result today, big victory. We showed our strength. We were decisive and I was decisive. We showed we really do have something to offer in this competition. They were undefeated in maybe 17 or 18 matches on home territory. They seem to be a different team at home. But if you want to make a difference in the Champions League, you need to be capable of winning away too. Marco Verratti and his teammates haven't given an inch, and they will not be questioned. In the 10th minute, a seasoned Edinson Cavani scored his 29th goal in the Champions League for PSG. Fit and flawless and full of flair, Neymar then made it 2-0. Paris making a run for first place. If Belgrade scores, Marquinhos and Mbappe will validate Paris in all their efforts.
On est très content. Voilà, l'objectif c'était
So happy. We came to qualify, and that's what we did. We're leaving Paris more than satisfied.
Avec une grande satisfaction.
Je dis toujours que un voyage.
A journey of 1,000 steps always starts with the first step. We just took ours.
Nous avons fait les premiers pas.
Next for Paris, it's Manchester United, who also qualified and made it to the final 8.
Manchester United. Paris Saint-Germain.
É grande jogo.
We've got two big matches with two big teams. We know what Man United are capable of. It's the big one, and I love the big ones. Always good to flex our muscles against worthy adversaries. So happy we're going up against Manchester United. Just before Christmas, the team paid a visit to the children's hospital Hôpital Necker-Enfants Malades. This has become a yearly tradition after the Paris Saint-Germain Foundation renewed their partnership with the hospital. The players went to chat to the children, give them Christmas presents and share some great times together. I've just learnt about you. Happy? So happy I'm speechless. Hello, hello.
Ça va? Vous allez bien? Ça va bien. Ça va? Va fort?
Keeping well, all good?
Tu vas bien? Tiens, on va te mettre ça sur la tête.
Yeah, let's put this on your head. Even if it's a bit big, you're still our little Santa.
Au revoir.
Bye now. High five? Good luck.
Allez, bon courage.
Merci.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Merci, au revoir.
Au revoir.
Petit bisou.
Salut.
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
Ah oui?
He plays football too.
Tu joues au foot?
You play football?
Merci. Bisous, bisous.
Une belle journée.
It's a really great day. Every year we came here, and hopefully it gives a little joy to the children.
Pour les enfants. Ça va?
Hey, ma petite princesse, ça va? Fais un bisou.
Moi aussi j'ai un bisou aussi.
Ah oui.
Ça participe
It really helps them ease the pain of being in hospital.
amoindrir le fait qu'ils sont à l'hôpital.
They're sick and hospitalized. It helps them escape when meeting the players they've dreamed of meeting. It's an extraordinary day.
Le rêve pour la plupart d'entre eux, et donc c'est un moment extraordinaire.
Monsieur Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel, you've got to play Thilo. You're crazy. They just need to win the Champions League and everything else. Everything else? You'll win everything as usual.
Comme d'habitude.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's good.
Oui, c'est bien, je pense. C'est bien, non?
Bah oui, c'est très très joli. Hein. Merci beaucoup. Hein.
Voilà, il est dit.
There you go. It's good for them. It's good for us. We should be able to give good things to the children.
Il y a des enfants qui n'ont pas beaucoup de choses.
There are children that don't have a lot. They're very sick and they are always happy. It's very touching.
Touche beaucoup.
Ciao, ciao, au revoir. Ciao, au revoir.
For their first match in 2019, Paris will travel to lower league Pontivy in the last 64 of the Coupe de France, a competition the Parisians have won in each of their past 4 seasons. Last year, Paris started their campaign away at Rennes. There they showed no mercy with a 6-1 victory with doubles from Neymar Jr., Angel Di Maria and Kylian Mbappé. In the last 32, Guingamp put up a good fight, but it was the first goal of the season at Marquinhos' boot that elevated a confident Paris to a 4-2 win. In Sochaux, wearing a PSG shirt, Angel Di Maria, a hat-trick, and one from Cavani led Paris to a hotly anticipated quarter-final against historic rivals Marseille. Here, the same players that saw off FC Sochaux didn't give l'OM an inch as they beat Marseille 3-0. In the semi-finals, it was a Paris Saint-Germain Caen showdown at the Stade Ornono. Paris flexed their muscles with an Mbappé double and a cracking goal from Christopher Nkunku. Caen managed to score just the one. On Tuesday, the 8th of May 2018, Les Rouges et Bleus met Vendée-les-Herbiers in the final. After 3 attempts, all hitting the post in the first 20 minutes, Paris broke the spell with a Giovanni Lo Celso goal. In the second half, Edinson Cavani doubled the trouble on penalty. Paris Saint-Germain won the cup for the 4th year in a row, the first time that's happened in the competition's history. It was also a record 12th time they lifted the Coupe de France trophy.
Abonnate al canal de YouTube de Paris Saint-Germain.
Abonne-toi à la chaîne YouTube du Paris Saint-Germain.
Subscribe to the Paris Saint-Germain channel.
Inscreva-se no canal do YouTube do Paris Saint-Germain.